Be prepared for flashing images and offensive language about gender and sexual themes, which may distress some viewers right from the very start and throughout. Tonight.
Does anyone want to see? There's no exposed genital bit.
Yeah.
No.
I'm fascinated.
It's real.
All right, here we go.
You made me cry.
I know, it's brilliant.
I've watched Genuine and Ashley get a little closer.
You know, I fancied you when you first come in.
Thank you for your honesty.
Okay.
Come on.
I think
you pulled.
Surely we're gonna have to.
pulled.
The women still hold the power, and tonight they will nominate Face to Face.
This is Celebrity Big Brother. Here's Emma Willis.
Hello and welcome to Celebrity Big Brother. This is the year of the woman! And for the last 7 days, Big Brother has given the ladies of the house all the power. Now, that reign of power has been building up to tonight's live face-to-face nominations, and only the women can vote! Oh, yes! However, the power ends later tonight before it goes up for grabs. But will the women win it back, or will the boys take control of the house? Who knows? This week, Big Brother's agenda has been all about gender. First, drag queen Courtney Act dropped a dress and revealed her legendary tuck to the housemates. Where does it go? It's incredible. Then the rest of the men donned heels and lippy to prove they could multitask like a mother. But can they handle birth like a mother? John, it's easy. You've got to hold and give, but do it at the right time. We're pushing for England. That was great. Well done. In the end, Shane J showed his emotional side by shedding a tear and winning immunity. Shane joined Amanda, Jess, Malika and Maggie to avoid eviction this week. But who will face the chop? We'll be finding out later when I head into the house for our first live nominations of the series. It's not the nominations I'm excited about, it's going into the house. But let's go back to yesterday. And you would think that after years of being best mates with the Kardashians, Malika might be used to a little bit of drama. But it seems she's already losing patience with one of our housemates.
After last night's drama, Malika is venting to Maggie about India.
I'm done talking about her. I've given all the energy that I'm going to give to her.
I don't want all of them.
Because if I wasn't in here, I wouldn't even give what I have.
Yeah. Well, in the outside world, if you don't necessarily connect with somebody, you just don't spend time with them, do you?
Exactly.
Yeah.
India has come to speak to Big Brother.
I'm just tired talking about the gender, and last night for me was really stressful when Andrew / whoever he was came into the room, and that sort of freaked me out, but I just can't help that. That's in me. For me, I am and always have been a woman, but it seems that I can only ever be accepted as a woman with caveats.
Anne, Shane J and John are also discussing last night.
Did anybody comment?
I had a good conversation. I think with trans people, it's often described as an adolescence when they first transition, because she's essentially like a teenager who has this new body. There's like all of, and there's a, although it's if you think if
Yeah,
you're...
but I don't see that gives her the right to give everybody else a row every 5 minutes.
No.
I really don't.
No.
And that's
Last
what's been
night-
happening every night.
But
she's
last
caused a
night there
row.
was miscommunication.
Miscommunication.
She saw a room full of people laughing at a man dressed as a woman.
However,
But she knew it was going to happen. Why didn't she remove herself?
Yeah, well, she did in the end.
See, I would.
But the
If
thing
I
is,
had that,
but-
I'd go, you know.
Yeah, obviously we see drag artists, and a lot of people's perception of drag artists as these men who want to be, or who are pretending to be women.
Yeah.
She thinks that people will look at her and see her in the same way.
Yeah.
But I suppose throughout her life, she's had this feeling, and people have obviously, I know people who have said that.
Yeah.
So that makes her feel a particular way. And I'll say to her, you know what? You have wrestled with this for 40 years, and you are the subject of it. And if you've wrestled with, am I a man, am I a woman, what am I doing? How can you expect me to be as enlightened or as understanding as you are towards yourself when you can understand yourself?
India is reminiscing about Boyzone.
I always remember you on the Irish talk show, you know, the big Irish talk show when they were putting the band together.
So you were created on like a pop idol type thing, like an Irish. Oh, see, I didn't know that.
I didn't know that.
No, it wasn't televised. It wasn't televised.
So you didn't know each other before you all stepped into this talent place together as individuals?
So me and Keith Duffy, we only live, I don't know, a couple of blocks from each other. I knew Stephen Gately from disco dancing competitions. Not that I did it, but my sisters were all into disco dance, and then that's what he did. And Mikey Graham, he was in the same college as I. And so the only guy I didn't know was Ronan Keaton. He's an amazing talent, I have to say. Like, I do respect him every time he comes back to the band, and I see how bloody good he is. And how just, music is his life, absolute life. And you can tell when he turns up, he's such a pro. He can do anything.
Genuine is telling Big Brother about a blossoming new relationship.
Me and Ashley made a great connection last night. She said she's going to come over to the States, so if I'm home, she's going to come up and we're going to hang out. For some reason, we just ended up on the couch for hours last night talking. So we definitely really made some type of connection, friends, I don't know, whatever, but we really made a nice connection, and I like that. I'm a person that wants to be friends first before anything else. Never know what can happen. Might find us kissing in the spa, who knows?
Anne is questioning Rachel on her brother's withdrawal from the Conservative leadership contest.
I tried to work out why Boris quite suddenly withdrew.
I can tell you why, but go on.
And I wondered, let me tell you what I'd worked out.
Yeah.
I thought, right, your brother, God bless him, is a little bit chaotic. And that he'd probably left
He's not very...
Oh, I don't know. I've known him miss trains and things like that.
Oh, yeah, yes.
So I thought, therefore, he probably left his nomination paper to go to organise. And that at the last minute, he didn't have a valid nomination paper.
No, that's not true.
That's not true.
No,
So what
that's
is
not
true?
true.
Then?
He withdrew at the last minute because Gove got up and he said that he was standing himself.
Yes.
At which point, the 100 or so MPs who had said they would support my brother in a leadership contest, I think sort of 60 of them just disappeared. And therefore, my brother was left without a sufficiency that he could have been guaranteed to get into the final two. I mean, he went from sort of 100 to 20 or something during the course.
Oh, right.
He just didn't have the numbers after Gove stabbed him in the back and the front in plain sight to carry on. And I think he should have done. And I remember shouting at the television, "Don't give up. Don't give up."
Yeah.
Couldn't believe he gave up. Absolutely shattering.
The lads are being lads.
So, if you had to pick, right, Ashley, Jess or Malika, who would you go for?
For what? What we do?
For to hook up with?
Well, I'll say Jess, personally.
I mean, looks-wise, Jess, it would be. For one night? They're all fit, man. I bang them all. Yeah, but I reckon...
You have to choose.
No, but I think with Ashley...
Jess.
Yeah, but I think for one night, I reckon Ashley, she looks like she knows how to handle herself. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, if she knows how to handle herself, why would you only have her for one night, though? That's what I'm saying.
Because you'd have to recover after that. You ain't gonna put a great performance in. That's all I'm saying to you.
Don't talk for me, mate. It's
So the sauna is where all the secret lad chat happens. Now, talking of secrets, after the break, we are all going to see the intimate details of how Shane J goes from lad to drag. Yes, the legendary tuck is on its way. We'll see you after the break. Be prepared for highly offensive language and frank discussions of gender issues and sexual themes. Welcome back to Celebrity Big Brother. Coming up, the first live nominations of the series when our celebrities face off to reveal who they want to see out of the house. But first, we've got to go back to yesterday. And while Daniel holds court, 2 other housemates are more interested in holding hands. Could love genuinely be in the air?
Daniel is filling his housemates in on his latest film.
It's a comedy horror.
Comedy horror.
Right, and it's called Fanged Up, like as in...
Fanged Up,
like fangs, fanged up.
Fanged up, fanged up.
Yeah, my character's Jimmy, and he works in the strip club, and he like pretends, when the boss ain't there, he pretends that he owns it, and he gets caught doing that, and a big fight happens, and he gets put in prison, and cut long story short, it turns out that the prison is secretly run by vampires, and I'm stripped of like the laddiness from what I was before, and I'm scared, and I don't know where to turn, and then we've got to fight our way out, and then I won't tell you the whole story.
Comedy ensues.
And I got to carry a shotgun round, so there's a few shots of me like that. So, something for the ladies in there as well, you know.
Wayne is holding an impromptu dance class.
Left on to hell, right on to heaven, left on to hell. Just that, da. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's the routine. Toe, heel, 1, 2, 3, and it's like running. That's with the arms.
Just like that.
The arms like that.
You're having fun. You're having too much fun.
Johnny's doing some self-analysis with Big Brother.
Always do it. I can tell myself over and over again, you're going to go in there, you're going to be confident with it, you're going to be, really involved. But when I actually do get into this thing, it's almost like a subconscious non-conformity. I don't want to conform with everyone else. I see everyone else piling in and trying to get a word in. And I almost kind of think, you know what, I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna sit back and I'm just gonna let them do their thing. But now that everyone is sort of a bit more relaxed around each other, it's not it doesn't feel as much like a fight for conversation. Like everyone's trying to get a word in edgewise. Like it feels a lot more sort of chilled, and that's where I'm able to sort of come out and have conversations with people without it being, like a struggle.
Rachel doesn't miss a trick.
I saw what was going on the sofa.
Whoa.
My sparkly unicorn. Ashley.
Oh, yeah. Oh.
I'm not having you.
What, I have my name?
I'm not leaving my bed for Genuine.
You're not leaving. You're my bed lover.
Oh, yeah. Oh, y'all share bed?
Yes.
Oh, great.
Oh, great.
I have my own bed.
I saw that. Looks my bed
Stop
lover.
talking about it, because you're also cock-blocking Genuine right now.
I am going to carry on cock-blocking.
No, if they need to swap beds, listen, look.
No, what? Wait. No one is swapping beds.
Oh. She didn't get that one, did you? No, she didn't get it.
I saw that little crafty look. I saw that. I got my own bed. I saw it.
Oh, Ashley's a nice young lady.
Tonight, the men will be performing at an open mic night where they'll be showcasing their talents. And Anne wants to look her best.
What do we all think about Meghan Markle?
I love Meghan.
I think she's very beautiful.
No, I love her.
Okay, let's take a vote.
I think she's trouble.
Why do you think she's trouble, Anne?
Background, attitude, I worry.
She's older than him? Yeah. She's been married before?
Yes. I add it all up and I'm uneasy. But there we go.
Shane is getting his Courtney on.
Does anyone want to see what a taped... There's no exposed genitals, you won't see anything. But
Yeah,
No.
I do.
Yes, I do.
I do.
I'm fascinated. That looks mad. My God.
That's good.
Oh my
Unbelievable.
God.
That looks crazy.
That is
That
incredible.
looks real. That looks better than a real one.
the first time I ever did it and looked at myself in a full-length mirror was actually really challenging for my brain because it was like...
You thought you were a woman?
It was just like, where is my penis? Like, because it was my naked body, but just with no
It was like
penis
you.
on it, and it was like a real mindfuck.
Wow.
No shit, it's a mindfuck.
Yeah.
Well, mate, I'm telling you.
My testicles are here. Like, you know when you get kicked in the balls and they go...
Oh, you put them up there?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck that. No way.
What? You just pop them up. Like when you're cold or when you come or when you're scared, they go up there automatically.
Nah, mine don't. Fuck that.
Hold up.
When I stay now.
I promise. I mean, Andrew did it last night.
Did he really?
Yeah.
What?
No chance.
And the balls is in your stomach?
Yeah, like just
that's
between
not
the
dangerous.
skin. No, I mean, that's where they came
That's where they came from in the first place,
Yeah.
isn't it?
It doesn't mean you put them back there, though. You know what I mean?
How about that? Do you want to have a look?
Yeah.
I think it's nice, but I wouldn't be offended if you want to tone
Oh,
it
I
down a
shan't
bit.
be offended. The heavens above. No, I don't think I need to tone that down, do you?
No, I think you look nice. Don't you like? Do you like Anne's makeup? Do you like Anne's eye makeup? Yeah, it looks lovely.
Yeah, I think
For
it's
a
great.
jazz
Thank
club.
you.
Oh,
Yeah,
pleasure.
thanks. All these young girls who can do our oldies makeup.
It looks lovely, Anne.
Good. Thank you.
Say, Courtney.
Is it? Yeah.
So, is India scared of you?
No, she's all right with me because we've had a talk, and when I first came in, she said she felt uncomfortable, but also I think I'm a lot less visually threatening than what she thinks of as a drag queen.
Okay. Yeah.
But also...
But that's why with Andrew looking like a drag queen with his beard and stuff, that's different.
Yeah.
Because you look like a woman.
Yeah. But then also by the same token, I think the thing that she struggles with a little bit is that someone might see me and see her and think that we're the same thing.
Yeah.
Right.
And obviously she's had the operations and all that. So pre to her ops, she still would have been technically drag, no?
No. She never identified as a drag queen.
She's never dressed up
No.
as a woman?
No, she never.
But, so drag is more performance-based. Hers is about her gender identity.
Did she dress as a woman when she was a man, though?
She was never a man, but she had a
mentally, the physical body. Yeah.
She dressed as a woman.
You don't want to do that, though.
No.
You're a man.
Yeah, I'm a man.
And you don't want to be a woman at all.
I don't want to be a woman, but also I identify, if gender is on a spectrum from man to woman, I feel like I'm more in the middle, but on the man side.
Right.
Whereas she not all
like a
trans
woman.
people, she's like a radical conformist when it comes to gender. Like she's on as close to woman in her mind as someone can get. I suppose.
Yeah.
That is so funny.
It's fierce confusing, the whole thing.
It is.
It is.
I mean, it's a rich tapestry.
The doors to Big Brother's Jazz Club have opened for tonight's open mic night, where the men will be the stars of the show. The women will be voting on who they think is the most talented.
Welcome to Big Brother's Jazz Club. Ladies, sit back, relax and enjoy.
First to show off his singing talents is Shane L.
All right, here we go. Now, ladies, this is the open mic night. I didn't realize it was going to be such a glamorous night. If I did, I would have dressed up. I do apologize. However, this is a Boyzone record from 1999 called No Matter What. No matter what they tell us, no matter what they do, no matter what they teach us, what we believe is true. No matter what they call us, again with you. I know this love's forever. That's all that matters. Now no matter what. God bless you. Enjoy the rest of your night, ladies. You have a wonderful thing coming up. Love you too. God bless you.
Are y'all crying for real?
You forget like how romantic it is. This is so pathetic.
He's had 6 UK #1s and sold over 25 million records, but Shane has just had a career highlight, playing a sold-out gig to the Big Brother house that made Ashley cry. She's such a massive fan. Let's hope there are less tears when Johnny tries his best chat-up lines after the break. You ain't gonna want to miss this.
Be prepared for highly offensive language.
Welcome back to Celebrity Big Brother. The women are still clinging to power in our celebrity-filled house, and tonight, the men are at their mercy in our first live nominations. Who will they pick? Find out when we head on into the house a little bit later on. But first, we've got to go back to our talent contest. There is stand-up, singing, dancing and juggling, but more importantly, John Barnes does the rap.
The men are presenting their talents to the women, and next to show what he can do with a set of balls is Andrew.
Oh, he handles his balls well.
Someone get the ball, someone get the ball. Try.
The next housemates trying to impress the women is John.
Well done, John. You've pulled.
Next up is Johnny, who's going to try to seduce Anne, Maggie and Rachel.
How are you there, Rachel? You look lovely tonight. I mean, I'm no Boris or anything, but I was just wondering if maybe later you might want to see my Johnson. I know you're a journalist, it might give you something to write about. You know what I mean?
Are you going to move on now?
I'm going to move on. Next, lovely. Maggie, you've been a policeman for a long time, right?
No, I'm not a man.
Oh, policewoman, sorry.
And I haven't got handcuffs and I don't have a hat anymore either.
What about the truncheon?
You should provide the truncheon.
I'm going to move swiftly on.
I wouldn't bother. I really wouldn't bother.
I would be forever grateful if I could court you and perhaps we could go for a walk down the moors and have a glass of whiskey sometime. Is that no? Or?
You're not doing very well, are you?
No. Anyway, that's it. I was failed on Love Island. I've failed at this as well. So.
Well done, Johnny.
Wayne is the next to showcase his tap dancing talents. Next, with some stand-up comedy, is Daniel.
Well, a very good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Celebrity Big Brother 2018. Let's find out what our housemates have been doing. Day 104. This is Big Brother. Could Genuine and Ashley please come to the bathroom? We've restocked the condoms. Day 25, and Daniel has successfully completely eradicated the character Dapper Larks. And he's now in the bathroom burning his bra. He's a feminist. Day 700, and finally, Big Brother would like to remind Anne Widdecombe that regardless of how much whiskey she's had, she's not allowed to run around the garden with a cone on her head screaming, "Screw the NHS!" Hey. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much. It's been fun. I really enjoyed it. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
I won't be needing the condoms though, thank you.
Genuine's got 9 kids. Man doesn't wear condoms.
Next to perform is Courtney.
This is a song that I wrote myself with Jake Shears from the Scissor Sisters and Sam Sparrow, and it's called Body Parts. I'm going to start like this and give you a little bit of...
Oh my God.
Hand on my shoulder and down on my waist, lifting me over, put me in my place. Out on the edges where we intertwine, pushing your boundaries while you provide. I don't want love, but I want your touch. Thank you very, very much. Better get it up, 'cause it's not too start. I want your body parts, body parts. You gotta stop making it hurt for me. Give me your body parts, don't need your heart, 'cause that's all it's meant to be. I'm not trying to want you just because I like you. It's kinda logical, just get out of my head and get into my bed. It's biological. Got enough love and I got respect. Now I want your sex. That's all it's meant to be.
And finally, hoping to hit the spot is Genuine.
Where are my ladies at? All right. Now listen. I'm just a looking for a someone who knows how to ride, baby, without even trying. Gotta be takes me to my limits. Girl, when I break you off, I promise that you won't wanna. Come on. If you're horny, let's do it. let's do it. Ha! Riding my saddles, waiting, coming, jump on it. Thank y'all. I'm sorry.
Now it's time for the ladies to decide which of the men has impressed them the most and bagged their vote.
I voted for Courtney. She was amazing and she'd written her own song and put on a great performance.
Yeah, agreed.
I don't know what to do with that.
I voted for Courtney. And not just because of the act, but because she's more feminine than I've ever looked in my life. She's a lady.
My choice is Shane L.
You made me cry.
All right, little sister.
I just realized in that moment that that was something that I needed. So thank you.
Obviously, I thought you were all amazing. However, my winner is actually Daniel. Oh my God! Because I think to write something that made all of us laugh in such a short space of time, and I know how much it means to you, and I think you're going to have a really good comedy career after this.
Thank you.
I can't believe it. My winner is Shane/Courtney. Hot Lips. I think everybody knows that I have a childhood thing about drag queens and I do get really scared of them, but if anyone's going to cure me of that phobia...
Oh, good.
That was brilliant. Really, really good.
Yes, indeed. I must say, though, that I thought there was great courage shown by Johnny tonight. Because it was the... however, for sheer talent, I nominate Wayne.
I picked Shane L. The reason being is because that song is very, very special to me. It was one that me and my nan used to sing together, and she always wanted it played at her funeral, so yeah.
My winner is, I think, somebody who's shown great courage, if not style, tonight. I'm going to overlook the fact that he mentioned the name Boris and the word Johnson in the same sentence. But I think there's plenty more in the tank, plenty more where that came from. And speaking on a personal note, it's the first time I've been chatted up by a handsome television star since time immemorial. So I might vote for Johnny.
This is Big Brother. The housemate with the majority of the votes and who will be crowned the winner of Big Brother's open mic night is Courtney.
Thank you, ladies, and thank you, boys.
Congratulations, Courtney.
Thank you.
How does it feel to be voted the most talented housemate?
I mean, it's fun to get the glory, but at the end of the day, it's all about the trophy. I was surprised to see how India would vote, and I thought it was interesting that she chose to write Shane J and not Courtney on the whiteboard. I think there was like some subtle, we would call it in my line of work, shade, but also obviously she voted for me, so there was that support, so I appreciate that. I think that it was a nod to say that I thought you deserved this, but also I am still struggling with my drag queenophobia, and I still have a question mark above India. I think the house still feels uncertain, like maybe there's still some eggshells, and that's understandable from both sides. Like, I understand why she reacted. I understand why people are feeling eggshelly, and hopefully that will dissipate or rather be swept up, and we'll just be able to walk on a lovely fake wooden linoleum floor.
Let's hope that floor does stay clean, Courtney, because after the break it all gets a bit mucky in the pool. Plus, I'll go live to the house to surprise them with live nominations. Surprise! After the break.
Be prepared for highly offensive language and sexual themes.
Welcome back to Celebrity Big Brother. Very soon we'll be heading into the house. Exciting for me, slightly worrying for us celebrities, because it's almost time for face-to-face nominations. That's not the only surprise in store. Women, don't get too comfortable with all that power, because it's not going to last much longer. Or maybe it will, who knows. But first, back to yesterday, and Rachel is trying to get to the bottom of Johnny's love life, while India tries to get her head around Courtney's outfit.
Johnny's flirting earlier has clearly paid off.
Come on.
I think that's
you pulled.
Surely
Get
they're
your
gonna
coat,
have
you
to.
pulled.
They're gonna have to.
Get your coat.
They can't expect us to treat it like stupid.
That was so
You
painful.
could almost do cheeky stuff. No, I'm joking.
I nearly did that. I was like, oh.
Anyway, what do you use for boobs? Have you got like chicken fillets or?
They're just like these.
Or like pads? My
Yeah,
God.
they've really been squashed.
That one needs a wash.
Well, you can't wash them because they're foam.
Oh,
but
right.
They you just have to buy a new one. It does look like it's got a bit of a skin disease there, doesn't it?
Oh, they're really light.
Yeah.
And then the nails, is that on, are
These
they
are
on the
on
actual
gloves.
gloves?
Yeah.
Oh, right, cool.
It's I've never worn them
this
before.
is so weird.
And then 2 of them guys got fired.
I've never.
Oh, take it away, that bit.
Ashley wants the lowdown on Genuine.
Were you were kind of big in the Backstreet Boy days? So when Backstreet Boys were big, you were big?
Yeah. I was from '96 to now. So yeah, Backstreet Boys. James Brown came on stage with me.
To sing?
Dancing and singing with me.
That must have been amazing.
Oh my God,
He's like an icon.
Yes. But there's not too many people I haven't met in the business. The only person I didn't meet that I wanted to meet was Michael Jackson. Everybody else I met.
But what other like pinch me moments?
Janet.
That's because you fancied her.
No, she put me on her tour with her. So I was like...
Did you?
So I froze up when she called me to the
you?
room. No, hell no. Nah, I was too scared. She called me to her room and I was just like... I felt like a dummy. I wanted to so bad, but I was like, hi. I wouldn't even look at her. I was like, hi. See right there, I'm like, hi.
Daniel has got a revelation for Courtney.
I can remember looking at you like when we first come in thinking, fuck.
Who's this cheeky little
I don't think I had the conversation with you that you was a drag, yeah. So I think when I first come in, I was like, fucking look at this sort. And then in the morning, remember we were the first people that saw each other, you went,
I sat up.
Morning, I went,
I did exactly the same thing. I
was like, I could have fucked it.
Is that the first time you slept in a room full of men and not had sex with them?
Wait, how many straight guys have you have gone?
Here's the thing. I've legitimately never had sex with a straight guy and not told him.
Have you had straight guys go, look, I want to, but don't tell anyone?
Oh, yes. This boy that I dated ended up dating for 6 months. He'd only been with girls. He still has only been with girls. It's not like I was a stepping stone to being gay.
I fancied you when you first come in.
Thank you for your honesty.
Fuck, I fancied
No, I
you when
did.
you walked on that fucking stage.
Fuck me, I fancied him. I kind of want you to make me up so I can have a well good wank.
That's what I said to him.
I did. I mean, it didn't work because it was strapped to my bumhole.
I walked into the bathroom.
What's going on? This
I just rolled up and down against the bathtub.
I walked into the bathroom and found Andrew in the mirror just like...
Malika has made some observations.
I am watching Shane J and Andrew. They're a little bit closer. Friendship, love interest, best friend, whatever. I've watched Genuine and Ashley get a little closer. Don't know what that means, but I did tell them they would make a cute baby.
Genuine singing has got Ashley a little hot under the collar.
For the love of God, please don't make him sing anymore.
For the love of God. It's so nice.
I feel like, oh my God, this is not what I want, and it's day 6, and already I'm like...
Give it another 2 days, Ashley, and you'll be married. Why would you not want that?
Oh, I'd love to know that.
Not in here. Yeah, but at least something's there so that when you get out...
I think I'm just going to sit with you for the rest of my time.
to find your one.
Yeah, I don't think the one's in here. I think you can think the one's in here.
Now, Big Brother.
Yeah, but I've only known him for 2 days. This is what you forget. You've known people for like...
Well, let me tell you something. You would never spend this amount of time with someone in the real world. You go on a date for an hour or 2 hours. You know what I mean? You're together 24/7, so you see the true people very, very quickly. That's why the Love Island people all are in relationships with, and then broke up.
Johnny's talking feminism.
Like, if I hold a door open for a woman and she's a very strong feminist and she gets offended by it, that's a negative thing. I'm doing a positive thing and they're taking it negatively.
Well, I think the reason why, like, opening a door, offering to pay for dinner, it can be offensive to women is because by a man paying for dinner, it emasculates, if you will, the woman.
How the fuck does it work in the gay community? Because everyone's like, I'll pay.
No.
The bottom, the top pays. No, that's not true. No, but that's the
Well, there has to be some incentive to take a dick up your ass.
Oh, there's an incentive.
Courtney's got her cosy on.
It's not the warmest, but it's not cold. So this is a first for me. Right, because I've never been in a hot tub with Johnny Mitchell from Love Island.
Could we all?
Everyone
just
fart
take
on the count of 3. Oh, wait, have you not? I only have, like, hand on heart, I pissed in the pool. Can you not see the yellow sort of cloud around me?
I can see the yellow cloud. You fucker.
I'm colourblind, but I can feel it.
Am I the only one who hasn't pissed?
No, you have. You've just gone inside your own arse.
Your dick's taped to your arsehole. If you piss, you piss in your arsehole.
At least really clean when...
That's heavy, bro. That's heavy. Guys, I can't believe I've just seen a drag queen ringing out to her tits in a pool.
That's the drag queen hot tub version of a mic drop.
Tit drain.
The only thing that I'm nervous about is the first eviction. I feel like if people have watched me, then, you know, people may have got to know me, right? But it depends how Big Brother's portraying you.
But there's still a lot of people, man. There's a lot of people that aren't safe.
Imagine there's all these people, right, and they go, right, to the UK public, ring in, right? Who don't you want to be in here, right? And I've already had 60,000 people sign a petition to get me thrown off TV, right?
I don't think you're going out first, by the way. I'm just going to say that. I can see like 3 people going out before you as far as who's valuable and who isn't.
India's got some thoughts for Big Brother.
There is a little clique. Actually, it's a coven of witches, I would describe them as. So I know who I'm going to try and pick off. It's too cosy by far still. We've had a great night tonight, but there is a lot of backslapping going on. You know, bring on the real Big Brother, the one that I love, the one I like to watch. When the knives come out, metaphorically of course, and everyone starts stabbing each other in the back. Bring it on.
So India wants to get the knives out, does she? Well, she can start sharpening them because I am going to announce tonight's live nominations. It's time to talk to the house.
The real one.
Wow.
What was that squeaking?
That was me.
I can't see.
Celebrity Big Brother house. This is Emma. As you know, the women currently hold all the power in the house.
Oh my
But
God.
that reign will end tonight, leaving neither the women or the men in charge. Tomorrow, you will take part in a task to determine whether it will be the men or the women in control from then on.
Then on. Oh my.
In their final act of power, the women will nominate tonight. Very soon, I'll be joining you for the first live face-to-face nominations of the series. Get ready, girls. I'm coming to join you. See you very soon.
Oh my God, you girls have got to nominate.
Fantastic.
Oh my God.
Look, like this.
Not bad. But do you have to pick a nomination?
only the women
boys.
nominated.
The boys.
Not necessarily, we can vote for
Don't know.
anyone.
I think anyone.
But only the women are
Anyone
nominated.
that's available.
Do you reckon I can go to the loo now, Big Brother? If it's a break.
Well, you have to do something.
I feel no pressure now in that sense.
Big Brother, do we have to? Yeah, this is kind of like unfair on the girls.
Yeah,
because
totally.
this isn't a power. Even though we have the power, this is like.
Did you
me.
hear anyone shout anything?
So brilliant, celebrity brains busily working out who to nominate. Plus, I love it when I get to go into the house. We'll see you after the break.
Be prepared for highly offensive language and frank discussions of gender issues and sexual themes.
Welcome back to Celebrity Big Brother. Are you ready for tonight's live face-to-face nominations? Let's go into the house then. Oh, these stairs are terrifying. I'm so scared I'm going to fall down.
Hello.
Ladies, how's your first week been?
Good.
Interesting.
Oh no, I'm all jolly and happy, and you lot are like, what are you going to make us do? Are you all okay?
Yeah.
Yeah,
we were.
You were? Until I popped up on the telly, and now I'm not so happy.
Not so good.
Boys, what has it been like for you, having the girls in charge?
It's been really good.
lovely.
It's been fun. That's it.
You seem like you've all had a great time.
As well, though. They've all been helping.
Good.
Everyone's mucked in.
Okay, so it is time for the women's final act of power in tonight's face-to-face nominations. That's bad. Are you all ready?
No.
So the women can nominate male and female housemates. Amanda, Jess, Malika, Maggie and Courtney, you are immune, so cannot be nominated. Ladies, what I would like you to do is please leave the pictures of the two housemates that you would like to nominate in the envelopes that you have on your laps, then discard the rest of the pictures onto the table. If you could do this as fast as possible, that would be wonderful. Thank you. So keep the two you want to nominate in the envelope, and then the rest of the pictures face down on the table in front of you. And if you could please not discuss
in the
nominations, that would be great.
Who you want?
Oh, bloody hell.
The two you want in the envelope, Jess.
Huh?
The two you nominated in the envelope. The rest on the table.
I'm getting all scared.
So scared.
This is just terrible.
This is I can't get them in.
See you, Johnny.
I can't do it. I can't do faces.
I don't like it. No, I don't
Doesn't
like it.
matter.
We're trying to break up
Don't
our happy
worry.
house.
It's
too happy.
It's a
It's
game.
not the nice bit, but it is It's a massive part of Big Brother, so we have to do it. And I think the great thing is that you all get on.
Yeah.
Well, that's how it seems. So
It's fine.
anyway, I shouldn't be waffling. Time's up, ladies. So if you could discard the people you do not want to nominate on the table, keep the people you do want to nominate in the envelopes in front of you. So I'm now going to ask each of you in turn for the name of the housemate you wish to nominate and the reason for this nomination. When you give the name, you should also please show their picture.
Hold on, I'm not done
Malika.
yet. I'm not even done yet.
Not ready. You're not done?
No.
You have to be done, Malika, otherwise we're going to fall off air.
Wait, is that because I'm going first?
Yeah, you're going first. Yeah.
Just pull it out.
Just do it. Doesn't matter.
So keep the two pictures of the housemate you want to nominate and
No, you got to give a reason.
the rest of the housemates on the table in front of you, face down, would be great. The people you don't want to nominate.
God, no, I understand that I've only picked one thus far. That's my problem.
Oh, we need two, and we have to pick
Just
them
do anyone.
quickly.
I mean, literally.
Anyone, this is no hard feelings, guys. I love you all.
No worries.
I'm in love with you all.
No one takes it personally.
No worries.
Yeah.
No one takes
I'm in
it
love with you all.
personally.
Yeah.
Just do it.
Just do it.
So Malika, if you could
better if you
please
do
give
it
the name
now.
of your first nomination
Do
and
it.
the reason for that nomination.
My first nomination is Andrew.
And if you could show us the picture. Thank you. And your reason for the nomination.
I nominated Andrew because there has been bathroom tissue for quite some time, and I don't think he's really doing his job.
Okay, thank you.
I'm not even toilet person.
And your
Well, that's
second
okay.
nomination, Malika.
I asked you earlier today. Huh?
And your second nomination.
And my second nomination is Anne because I think we're all torturing her.
Oh, no, that's not a valid reason for nomination.
It isn't? That's
That's
my
not,
reason?
no, that's not a valid reason.
Let me get confirmation from Big Brother. Is that a valid reason? That is not a valid reason.
You must give another reason.
That's the reason that I have.
Out of all the people that you could nominate, why would Anne get your vote in?
I just said, I mean, I feel like everyone's always apologizing to Anne for like their language or whatever, so I feel like we're torturing her. That's why I nominated her.
Does that reason qualify?
Yeah.
That is a valid reason. Thank you very much. Rachel, you're next. Your first nomination, your reason for that nomination.
My first nomination is India.
No!
Because I feel that we haven't changed the record enough, and it's changing the atmosphere in the house that we're all tiptoeing around your quite legitimate sensitivities.
Thank you, Rachel. And your second nomination, your reason for that nomination.
My second nomination is Gorgeous Johnny because I find him so attractive that I just don't trust myself around him.
Keep your hands off him. Rachel, I'm being told that's a compliment, not a valid reason.
No, it's a reason. I'm a married woman and he's a single guy, and I regard that as a completely valid reason.
So that it's temptation. Temptation is your reason.
Yeah, that he's just too much of a temptation.
Ashley,
Oh my
your
God,
first
this is
nomination
horrible.
and your reason for this nomination, please.
This is...
My first reason is you, India. Obviously, we have amazing conversation, and I always want to make you happy. So, I'm frustrated that I feel that I can't and that you shut down. But my main reason is about the bed situation, because I know that we had this discussion, but I felt awkward that Anne had to sit and wait for her own bed when she was very entitled to it.
Thank you, Ashley. And your second nomination, your reason for this nomination.
My second nomination is Johnny. And not because of my loyalties on the outside, because I did make it very clear I was nervous to begin with, but I've put everything aside, and I just feel that you're the person, I don't even know if I'm allowed to say this, but I feel like we have the least in common, and maybe I am bringing my loyalties with my friend from on the outside despite my efforts.
Don't worry. It's
So it's a girl thing.
Thank you, Ashley. And it's Year of the Woman. So, India, you are next.
My nominations are...
So your first nomination and your
First
reason.
of all, Anne, because she doesn't really want to participate in a lot of the tasks. She's shown unhappiness at certain things, and basically, I feel, not really entered into the spirit of Big Brother. And she took the bed that I claimed first that didn't have a name on it.
Oh.
She's waiting on the boo there, but that's my reasons
India,
for the first
and your second nomination. Your reason.
And my second nomination is Genuine. On the first night when he came in the house, I asked him if he would ever date a transsexual woman, and he said, no, that would be like going out with somebody who is 16 or under, and I wasn't very happy about that.
Yeah. Thank you very much.
What?
Amanda. Amanda, hold that thought. Hold that thought.
What thought?
Wait.
Hold that thought. 4 nominations down. 4 to go. Join us after the break. Face-to-face nominations continue. Welcome back to Celebrity Big Brother. Before the break, our first live face-to-face nominations of the series kicked off. So far, Anne, India and Johnny have 2 nominations each. Andrew and Genuine have 1 each. Now, Amanda, you are next.
It is you, Johnny. Love you as I do. But it is because, in a way, I've always felt you were just on the outside edge of the group.
Yeah, I get you.
And Love Island and everything, you can go back there.
Thank you, Amanda. If you could give the name and the reason for your second nomination.
It is India, which I regret doing deeply, because I could name tonight because she actually named Madam here for not doing her tasks. That's another thing, which is a lie. And the other is I want so much to get to know about everybody else.
Thank you very much, Amanda. Maggie, you are next.
I find this really difficult.
If you could give us the name of the first nomination and your reason for
Take it personal.
My first nomination is India, and really the incident with the bed, I felt that it shouldn't have had to go to Big Brother to decide. I felt that the majority vote should have been enough, so that's my reason for that. Second one I've laboured over long and hard, and I've had to say, Johnny, even though I think you're a good guy, I've felt that you've not, I don't know you as well as everybody else, and you've not been doing your job properly either. So I'm sorry,
no,
but
fine, don't worry.
I had to choose somebody, and...
Of course, don't worry.
Thanks, Maggie. Jess.
All right, hi. My first one is India, and it's just because I really think we should respect our elders, and I thought that bed should have been Anne's, and that really upset me inside a little bit. Okay. My next one is Anne, and it was only because of one reason. When we was doing the task when we had to put the men's had to go through labour, well, I was laughing so much, and I knew that really upset Anne, and I felt like it pulled the mood down a little bit, and that's my only reason. Thank you.
That was very quick, Jess. Well done. And finally, Anne, if you could give us your first nomination and your reason for
My
this
first nomination is India because of all the rows she's caused. I feel that no other housemate has caused so much tension and rows. And my second nomination is with deep reluctance, because I didn't really know who to do for my second nomination. So I asked myself who was the rowdiest and most laddish, and I'm afraid Andrew.
Thank you very much. I will take that as a compliment.
Yeah.
OK, so housemates, this is the end, you'll be pleased to hear, of face-to-face nominations. Good. It is also the end of the women's reign over the house.
Andrew's going to give me...
Payback's a bitch.
However, Andrew, tomorrow the women will start competing against the men for power. So, will the Big Brother house becomes a man's world, or will it remain a woman's world?
I'm fine either way.
It's totally up to you. Shortly, Big Brother will confirm the results of the vote, and on Friday night, one of you will leave the Celebrity Big Brother house. Okay. So, I'll definitely see one of you on Friday, but until then, enjoy yourselves. Have a fantastic time. And it was lovely to see you all again.
Well done, guys. Well done. That was hard.
She went out there.
And it was just...
Listen to what they say.
Honestly, you've done me silly.
Well done.
What are they saying? What are they saying? Stop the steps. What are they saying?
Y'all are funny.
What are they saying? No!
Oh.
Wow. What were they saying?
I have no idea.
This is Big Brother. The housemates facing eviction on Friday are India and Johnny.
No! Johnny.
Johnny.
Hey.
But did you hear? Oh, India.
Oh, no. Don't worry about it.
I'm sorry. Silly, Mrs. Don't be silly. Don't be silly.
My sister, trans sister.
It was an honest reason, actually.
Yeah, that's fine.
Good. I can't take it personal.
We can't. No.
We can't. And I know, but don't worry about it. I'm serious. Don't ever worry about that. I don't mind.
We're cool, Genuine.
I'll be the one that's like, okay,
nothing of any of
you can't pick nobody
We
else.
weren't even here. No, you weren't. No worries. It's okay.
That was a tricky one. So tonight, India and Johnny face the public vote. You are voting to save. Who stays, you decide. The lines are now open. From a landline, call 090 20 44 24 and add the number of the housemate you want to save. From a mobile, call 644 24 and add the number of the housemate you want to save. To save India, add 07. To save Johnny, add 10.
Calls to the long number will cost 50p plus your network access charge. Calls to the short number will cost 50p. Voting closes in Friday's eviction show. Votes cast after lines close won't count. Please don't try to vote if you watch on catch-up or outside the UK. You can find terms on the Big Brother website.
So coming up at 11:35 after One Night with My Ex, it is this man. Hello.
Hello, gorgeous. How are you?
You all right, Twinkle Toes?
I'm really good. That was so exciting. Did you love it?
It was so amazing to be in there, and it went from 1 minute them being like really happy and excited, and then there was suddenly like really unhappy and like just nervous. Do you know what I mean? It was such a shame because they all like each other.
Do you know what I'm gutted about? We didn't see you in the break. That must have been the most awkward, like, 4 minutes of your life. Just like,
no, I had a right little chat with them. I did, but I didn't tell them anything.
I loved it, and my favourite part of it all, I've got to say, and I think a few of these agree, and Widdicombe. That's not a valid reason.
I know! Totally becoming Big Brother!
I mean, if me or you ever need a night off, we know to give the Widdicombe a ring.
Rylan, what's happening on Bots tonight?
We've got a lovely show lined up for you tonight. We're going to be covering all the fallout from the face-to-face nominations. We've got Katie Price, Paul Denan, and Lady C's going to be here as well. Plus the lovely Tom Reed-Wilson. The only one that's missing is you. So get yourself down here. I'll see you in an hour.
Well, that is an offer that I cannot refuse. I will be down very soon. After Bit on the Side, Big Brother goes live from the house, and tomorrow at 9, you can see how India and Johnny react to being up for eviction. Something tells me they're going to take it quite well. As ever, you can keep up to date with all the house news on the Big Brother website, Instagram, Twitter and Snapchat. And I'll be back here on Friday at 9 for the first live eviction of the series. As always, thank you very much for watching and have a good night.
What great photos.
Can we keep them?
I'm just going to put this.
Oh, Wayne.
I think we have to give them back. I have to give them back.
Oh.
My face was I was looking for my picture.
Do we have to give them back?
Yeah, because there's more nominations.
They might.
Maybe. I don't know.
Oh, right, I see.
You look smooth, G. You're like, mm-hmm.
I know, you like that, right? You like that. They're good pictures. I think we've got to hand them back because in future
they'll need to
there could be nominations as well.
sure we have to give them back.
Andrew from Anne, for Andrew from Anne.
You decide in your own house and put it on the wall.
Yeah, I mean, these are memories for me.
Yeah, I'd like to keep one.
I wish we could. No, I got you. I want you to sign it.
I'm not.
No pen.
I'm going to go and take my dress off. Sorry.
No pen.
Where's yours? Oh, yes, I do. I thought I had it. Oh, good. Now I got it.
Is that a horrible process to choose people?
For me,
Yeah.
dead easy.
Sure. Really?
Easy.
Are you now going to take the Panto villain role? Is that what-
That's what I am.
You're not the Panto villain. You're not.
You got my Twitter. Got my Twitter.
Oh, really? You Twitter troll?
Absolutely.
Couches caught me out the show. That wasn't even mine.
Awful.